Errors in perception. As discussed in the previous unit, perception is the process of analyzing and understanding a stimulus as it is. But it may not always be possible to perceive the stimuli as they are. Following factors affect our perception of the stimuli: defect in our sense organs, defective functioning of the brain, prejudices in the individual, time of perception, unfavorable background, lack of clarity of stimulus, confusion, and conflict in mind, and other such factors are responsible for errors in perception. There are two kinds of errors. Illusion. Illusion is a false perception of given stimulus. Here, an individual perceives a stimulus incorrectly. For example, in the dark, a rope is mistaken as a snake or vice versa. The voice of an unknown person is mistaken as friend's voice. A person standing at a distance who is not known may be perceived as a known person. Most of our illusions are visual and auditory, but illusions pertaining to other senses are also possible. Hallucination. Hallucination is where the individual perceives some stimulus even when it is not present. The person may see an object, person, etc., or he or she may listen to some voice, though there are no objects or sounds in reality. Visual and auditory hallucinations are more common. However, hallucinations pertain to all the sensations that appear to people. Usually, individuals with unsound mind, emotionally disturbed, alcoholics, and those who are in confused states may experience hallucinations. So, among abnormal and intoxicated people, hallucinations are very common. In addition to these errors, abnormalities in our sense perceptions may also occur and are known as anesthesia, that is, no sensation, hyperesthesia, that is, excessive sensitivity, and paresthesia, that is, distorted or wrong localized sensation. In these cases, the tactile sensation is wrongly perceived. Is perception reality? Not always. The process of perception is not always foolproof. Knowingly or unknowingly, we tend to make mistakes and misperceive stimuli. When we misinterpret the sensory information, then it is known as an illusion, which we learned just in the last slide. It has also been defined as a discrepancy between one's awareness and some stimulus. Some typical examples of illusions include perceiving tree branches as ghosts, or perceive rope as a snake at night. In this section, we talk about some common forms of illusion. Muller-Eyre illusion. Which of the following lines appear longest? If your answer is line A, then you are wrong. And if your answer is line B, then again, you have given an incorrect answer, because both the lines are of equal length. The illusion you have just seen is a geometrical optical illusion known as Muller-Eyre illusion. In this illusion, two straight lines of the same length appear to be of different length. Lines with inward pointing arrow seems shorter than the outward pointing line. Ponzo illusion. It is also an optical illusion in which two converging straight lines distort our perception of the size of two identical lines drawn across it. The upper orange line appears to be longer than the lower orange line, when in fact both are of same length. The incorrect judgment of the size of orange lines happens because we use linear perception cue to judge its length. Ebbinghaus illusion. It is an optical illusion of relative size perception, discovered by Hermann Ebbinghaus but popularized by Edward B. Titchener. This illusion is also known as Titchener's circles. Now answer this. Which of the following orange circle is smaller? Irrespective of your answer, both orange circles are of same size. This is known as Ebbinghaus illusion. The perception of the size of orange circle depends on the relative sizes of the white circles. The Ames room illusion. Named after its creator, American ophthalmologist Adelbert Ames Jr. So, ophthalmologist is a specialist in the branch of medicine concerned with the study and treatment of disorders and diseases of the eye. This optical illusion leads to a distortion of perception of relative size. To an observer, a person standing in one corner of the room is perceived as significantly larger than the person standing in another corner. And on the right hand side, you can see the secret technique of this illusion. The moon illusion. Have you ever noticed the size of the moon when it is coming over the horizon? If yes, then you must have noticed that it looks bigger on the horizon than when it comes overhead. However, in reality, there is no difference in the size of the moon. Our perception of the moon having different sizes at horizon and zenith is known as moon illusion. This illusion occurs because of our perception of the sky as a flattened dome and thus forcing our brain to reduce the size of the moon at the zenith. So this marks the end of BPCC 101. Thanks a lot for sticking around, guys, and next will be a fun series on biopsychology.